Do you know, I may be misremembering this, but I think I was offered the part on Full House.
Of Saget? The
Yeah.
Saget role? You might have, because Jeff...
I seem to remember it being a big thing. Mark Gerbitz would know that we really debated it because it was money and it was the lead on a show, but we just thought it wasn't right for me. Kids.
Yeah. But
and of course, Bob, that was a good decision on both parts, if that was the case. This is like 1988.
That's interesting.
Is that what the year it went on? 88?
No, earlier, I think.
No, I think it was... Because I took this other show called Hard Knocks on Showtime.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
On Showtime.
Well, yeah, right.
It was
Dream
just
On or something.
starting a network.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was cool. We were mismatched detectives. I was like
Who was the other guy?
Tommy Hinckley was a redneck detective, and I was Gower Rhodes, the hippie detective with long hair. Yeah. And, there was girls, and it was oh, this is just much more my vibe,
Yeah, right.
And, of course, it probably had an audience of 300,000 at the time.
Yeah. Saget there was another guy who Saget wasn't available, and you turned it down.
I think.
And so there was this guy named John Posey did the pilot, and then Bob became available, and then he came over.
Oh, but you didn't do the pilot?
Mm-mm.
That's interesting.
Oh, wow.
I was on a show once where they changed Sarah, 85. It was my first show. Gina Davis, produced by and written by Gary Goldberg, who was the hottest at the time because of Family Ties. But Gary Goldberg at some point had almost a fist fight with Hollywood with Brandon Tartikoff, the head of the network, at a taping. Wow. And we knew we were dead after that. We were 4 lawyers in San Francisco. Gina Davis was the lead, and I was the office creep. That's what it said in TV Guide, the office creep. I had all the funny lines.
Yeah.
Better to be the creep.
Yeah,
office creep.
Yeah,
cool. You were like Uncle Handsome.
Yeah.
That was like...
funny, I didn't make my own shit. Jack Klugman called. The show was called You Again, and it was from a show in England called Home to Roost, and it was a son who came home and father forgot that he had him or whatever the hell, and it was like this. The notes kept coming back that, soften up, you don't scream at it, stay most people like him, and you're so hard on him. And one day he called me over and they had this set phone, and he said, come here. Hey, give me Brandon Tartikoff. Brandon, fuck you. Boom.
Wow.
Canceled the next day, just like you.
What?
We did a season and a half. And we were after Cosby, too. We had a great time slot.
Oh.
Same thing.